So hey guys, the Vitor Pereira pre-Bournemouth press conference has just taken place. It's an interesting one, and I'm going to bring you all the main details, give you some thoughts on it, so stay with me. Vitor Pereira has obviously been looking ahead to the game against Bournemouth, reflecting back, of course, on Manchester City, but of course there's lots of questions in regards to the transfer window. It's coming to the sharp end of the transfer window, isn't it? He said that Jackson Chachua, the new right wing back signing, will be available for selection for tomorrow's game, so that's a positive. And let's stick with the transfer window before we get onto the game. He also was asked about players incoming, that he said they wanted at least another 3 last week, got 1 in. Where do we need to strengthen? All he would say is that they are working on it, and he's confident that they will get the players in the positions that they need. As reported here on the channel, it is our understanding that Wolves are looking to bring in a centre-back, versatile centre-back, which is very, very close and imminent by the looks, the £30 million signing from Girona. So I'm expecting that one to happen, and pretty much a done deal. Not quite here we go, but unless someone hijacks it again, 30 million they're looking at for him, which is quite a fee for Wolves to spend on a defensive player. They're looking at bringing in an attacking midfielder. I think everyone can see that we've got great midfielders in Andre and João Gomez, but we do need a little bit of creativity, so an attacking midfielder and a forward. Of course, the speculation, we're thinking that Wang's going to go. We've almost certainly imminent now that Fabio's going to go, although he's not been involved in anything in pre-season. The other one is Jurgen Strand-Larsen. He was asked about him. He says not spoken to Jurgen about it. He's training really, really well, and he's working on the game tomorrow. He was pushed a little bit further on that in saying, look, you know, he's a key player. What would it be? Would it be for the club to lose a key player? How would it be? Because I don't know, but this is the transfer window. Players can come, players can go. But as I say, my understanding is that Wolves are not wanting to sell Jurgen Strand-Larsen. I think it's unlikely that's going to happen for a number of reasons, really. But losing our striker at this time in the transfer window wouldn't be ideal, would it? It doesn't matter what the fee is. And he was asked about, do you think we'll be better at the end of the transfer window than when we came into it? He said he's confident with what we're doing, and they're working. And then he was asked about about the identity of Wolves. Is it harder with the transfer window? And he says, well, of course it takes a little bit of time. And he says, how hard is it in England? He says, look, I've been a manager for a very, very long time. It's difficult in every single transfer window, no matter where you are in the world, and the Premier League is no different. So he was putting a positive spin on things, Vitor. Next weekend we'll know a lot more. We'll be getting closer to the end of the transfer window. He was actually asked, would it not be better if the transfer window shuts before the start of the season? He went, yes, of course, but this is football and things happen in football, so he's used to it. He's confident in his ability. I also talked about the squad, the confidence that he has in the squad, and the players that he's got and the players that he's going to be working with and developing with. But I think we all know that he needs those reinforcements coming in pronto, and we also know that once the transfer window is closed, he, of course, will be able to really focus on just the team, and all of us will be able to forget everything else that's going on in the transfer window and all the speculation, the rumours and everything that goes around and just focus on the football, which is what I think he wants to do. But as I say, I'm pretty confident that Wolves are really turning up the acceleration on trying to get these players in that they need. So, and they need to as well, don't they? And they need to. Onto the match itself. He talked about. He's asked about Man City, how hard it is for the players to recover from a 4-0 loss. He says, "Look, we lost 4 games in a row last season." He said, we were trying to score goals all the way through the game. He said we had a big chance at 2-0 to make it 2-1. We didn't. We missed the chance. We had other chances and other moments. They took their chances. We didn't. He said at 3-0, kind of the game was up, but we still made changes. Substitutions came on and we tried to score a goal. Wasn't successful. But there's a spirit within the team, and I'm confident with the work that we're doing. And we will obviously need to correct some of the mistakes that were made last week. There was some mistakes that were made. Obviously, first game back in the Premier League. It takes probably 3, 4, 5 games for everyone to really get up to full speed. And you start to get a real identity, don't you, of where you are after around about sort of 8 to 10 games. I think Wolves are going to we're going to find a lot more about this Wolves team in the next 2 or 3 matches and where we really are, because the game against Manchester City will not define us. Obviously, he talked about Bournemouth then. We go on to the Bournemouth game. Talking about the Bournemouth game, and he said, look, we played them twice last season. They're a tough team. They're a good team. They've got an identity. But, he's also said that Bournemouth have had some changes as well to deal with, which they have. I've been quite impressed with Bournemouth, actually, and how quickly they've dealt with losing players. If you watch our match preview, there's an interview with Sam from the AFC Bournemouth podcast, Back of the Net. It's about 3 minutes talking about everything that's happened, and you should watch the preview because that's quite interesting on what he had to say. So after you finish this, I suggest you go and look at our preview on the game and watch that as well. And he said, can you decide the results? And the one thing he was interested in, he says, I can't control the results. Which, to effect, yes, he's correct in saying he can't control the result. But if you control the game and you're on top, 9 times out of 10, you control the results. So I was a little bit surprised that he said, and not that he said that, because if you control the game and you're on top, generally you win the match. He said we're going there to compete. Going to Bournemouth to compete. So that was the only thing that I was just thinking a little bit not too confident from the manager on that. Don't know what you think about that. But generally speaking, look, Vitor Pereira handles the media quite. He was in an affable mood. I can see a little bit of the stress on him at the moment in the fact of the transfer window. He wants to get the players in. He's confident. I think they'll get the players in. But we all need the transfer window to close, don't we? So, look, those are the main points from the Vitor Pereira press conference today. I hope you find these of use and helpful to you. Leave your thoughts, of course, in the comment section below. If you do find these videos of value, I really appreciate a like. And if you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification. It's got loads of content coming up around the game. We are going to Bournemouth to the game, so we'll be able to give you all content before and after the match. And of course, we've got the match vlog as well, and then extra time on Sunday, evening to chew the fat. But leave your thoughts on the Vitor Pereira press conference today, and I'm off to meet my dad for some tea and some cake. Until the next one, always Wolves.